Good day, everyone. This is our group's critical review on the article Accountability or Surveillance: Why Teacher Biometric System in Guyana Might Not Be a Good Idea by Michele Marius. This examines the Guyana's Ministry of Education proposal to introduce the biometric attendance systems in schools, which is aimed to increase attendance within schools in Guyana. The article itself is aimed at educators, policymakers, parents, and also the wider public who are interested in technology integrated into schools. And the purpose is to evaluate whether the biometric system or the biometric monitoring is effective in the way that it holds teachers' accountability while considering the potential impact of security and teachers' morale. Now, the summary of the article itself. The article discusses both advantages and also disadvantages of using the biometric system to monitor teachers' attendance. While the biometric system provides an accurate attendance record, it also reduces fraud, or we say fake attendance, and improves accountability. The author argues that it also raises concern about privacy and data security and the perspective of increased surveillance. Now, the article further notes that the teacher attendance alone doesn't guarantee quality education within schools, and that's brought by many other factors, and also teaching sources, and also conditions, and teacher motivation is also an effect of teacher of student outcome. Working conditions as well, and also it addresses the attendance issue. The author suggests that alternative solutions such as RFID cards and also QR codes and GPS-based applications are better because they are less costly and less intrusive than the biometric monitoring.
I will be critically reviewing the strengths of the article. One, balanced discussion of advantages and disadvantages. One of the main strengths of this article is that it presents both sides of the argument. The author does not simply support or oppose the use of biometric systems in schools. Instead, the author explains the benefits such as improving accountability and ensuring teachers are present in classrooms, while also discussing concerns like privacy, surveillance, and teacher morale. Secondly, provide practical alternatives. Another strength is that the author does not just point out problems with biometrics, the author also offers realistic alternatives. Some of the alternatives suggested include digital sign-in system, RFID codes, cards, QR codes, check-ins, and GPS-based attendance tracking. These options could still help monitor attendance without requiring the collection of sensitive biometric data. 3. Use regional educational context. The article also does a good job of placing the issue within the Caribbean educational context. The author discusses challenges that many Caribbean countries face, including teachers shortages, low salaries, low morale, and the migration of skilled teachers to other countries. By doing this, she reminds readers that attendance is only one part of a much larger challenge. 4. Address privacy, ethics, finance, and technology. A further strength is the wide range of issues covered in the article. The author discussed privacy concerns related to storing biometric information, ethical concerns about surveillance in the workplace, financial costs of implementing the system, and technological challenges such as equipment failures and internet connectivity problems. 5. Encourages critical thinking about government policies. Finally, the article encourages readers to critically evaluate government decisions. The author questions whether improved attendance alone will automatically lead to better student outcomes. She highlights other factors that affect educational quality, such as teacher training, classroom resources, and working conditions. Critical review on the weakness of the article. 1. Limited statistical evidence supporting claims. One weakness of the article is that many of its arguments are not supported by strong statistical evidence. For example, the author suggests that biometric monitoring could reduce teacher morale and may not improve educational outcomes. However, she does not provide research studies, surveys, or data to support these claims. Secondly, focus heavily on potential problems. Although the article is generally balanced, much of the discussion focuses on the possible negative effects of biometric systems. Issues such as privacy concerns, surveillance, security risk, and financial costs receive significant attention. While there are important concerns, the article spends less time discussing the long-term benefits that the system might provide. Few. Three, few examples from countries using biometrics successfully. Another weakness is the lack of real examples from countries or schools where biometric attendance systems have been successfully implemented. Four, assumes alternatives are equally effective without detailed comparison. The article suggests several alternatives to biometric monitoring, but it does not fully compare their effectiveness. For example, QR codes, ID cards, and PIN system can also be misused or manipulated. The article assumes these alternatives can achieve the same level of accountability as biometrics without providing detailed evidence to prove this. A more thorough comparison would have strengthened the recommendation that these alternatives should be considered instead.
My task is to share some recommendations that our group came up with. Our first recommendation is include verified data and research findings. The article raises important concerns about biometric attendance systems but provides limited statistical evidence. Further discussions should include research findings on whether biometric systems improve teachers' attendance, accountability, and students' performance. Evidence based decisions would strengthen the argument and help policymakers make informed choices. Our second recommendation is compare costs using actual estimates. Although the article discusses the potential expenses of biometric systems and alternative technologies, it does not provide specific cost figures. A detailed comparison of installation, maintenance, training, software subscription, and replacement costs would allow stakeholders to determine which system offers the best value for money. Our third recommendation is present teacher and students' perspective. The article mainly focuses on government and administrative viewpoints, including opinions of teachers and students. Through surveys, interviews would provide a more balanced analysis. Teachers could share concerns about privacy and trust, while students could discuss how teachers' attendance affect their learning experiences. Our fourth recommendation is evaluate long-term effectiveness of biometrics versus alternative attendance system. Again, the article suggests alternative systems such as RFID cards, QR codes, GPS based applications, but does not examine their long term effectiveness. Further evaluation should compare these systems based on reliability, security, ease of use, maintenance requirements, and their ability to improve accountability over time. In conclusion, Michelle Marias presents a balanced discussion of the Ministry of Education proposed biometric system. While biometrics may improve accountability and attendance tracking, the article highlights important concerns about privacy, teachers' moral, security risks, and costs. The author also suggests alternative digital solutions that may achieve similar results at a lower cost. Overall, the article effectively encourages readers to think critically about whether biometric monitoring is the best approach for improving education in Guyana and emphasizes the need for careful planning before implementation. Now, this has brought us to the end of our presentation. Thank you very much.